Welcome to this seventh section of the Skybound sampler blanket. This is called the Plume scales because it looks like little feathers that are like stacked on each other, like the little feathers that you have under the wings, and kind of like scales. Traditionally, this stitch is also called the crocodile stitch, but in this context, I like the other name better. Anyway, this is a fun stitch to work up. It's very textured. It uses up quite a lot of yarn. It's not because it's a short section that it's gonna use up less yarn than you think. Make sure you have enough. It is worked in the main blanket hook, which for me is a 4.5 mm hook. And if you want to see the back side, I actually think the back side is like super pretty. It's very different. It's completely flat, but it has like a fun texture to it, which I always like, having pretty backs. So let me show you how to work up this fun plume scales stitch. So we're going to start our second row with 4 half double crochet. And then we're going to work 2 double crochet inside the same stitch. We're going to chain 2 and skip 2, and that's what we're going to repeat. So 2 double crochet in the same stitch, chain 2, skip 2, 2 double crochet in the same stitch. And you're going to repeat that until you have 8 stitches left. 7 stitches left. You're going to chain 2 again. You're going to finish with one more time 2 double crochet in the same stitch, and then you're gonna half double crochet 4 stitches in the 4 last stitches so that it's like symmetrical on both sides of your blanket, because we do love symmetry. So then you're gonna chain 2, and now comes the fun row where we're gonna build those scales. So we're gonna half double crochet in the first 4 stitches. This just gives you like a bit of a base to work off, to have like on both sides of your blanket outside of the scales. Now for the scales, you're gonna work around the post of your double crochet, and you're gonna start by working around the first one and go down, and then around the second one and go up. And you're gonna actually make 5 double crochet around the post. So I like to fold it this way and hold it this way. It works with the big blanket too. 3, 4, and 5. When we get to the bottom, you are going to chain 1, turn your work around so that you can work along the next double crochet, and you're going to work from the bottom back upwards, and you're going to do again 5 double crochet stitches. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now we are going to chain 1. We're going to skip a pair of double crochet, and we're going to work along the next ones. And we're going to repeat the same thing with the 5 double crochets around the post. Going to chain 1, turn our work, and work the 5 double crochet along the other post, going back upwards. And you're going to repeat that all the way until you have only finished all the double crochet pairs, basically. So we're going to skip that last one because we need to skip 1, and then we're going to half double crochet in the 4 last stitches. Right, so you can see we have our first scales. Now the next series of scales is gonna be worked like offsets, which is why you skipped one of those pairs of double crochet. So that way you're not gonna get any gaps. So row 4, chain 2. So for the next round, we're gonna start with 4 half double crochet stitches. And then here we skipped a pair of DC, so we're gonna need to work into that one first. So we're gonna work in between the double crochet stitches, and we're gonna make sure that we catch this chain space from the scales. So we're gonna insert our hook in between, and we're gonna yarn over and pull up a loop and make a double crochet stitch and a second one inside the same gap. Then we're gonna chain 2, and you're gonna make the next pair of double crochet in the middle of your scale. Chain 2, and then again here we're going to work in between the 2 double crochets, and we're going to make sure that we catch our chain 1 from the scales of the row below, chain 2, and you're going to repeat that all the way across until you get to the end of the row, and you're going to finish with your 4 half double crochets just like you started to keep things symmetrical. Chain 2 and turn our work. So now we're going to work those scales again, but we need to offset them. So how we're going to do this is we're going to double crochet half double crochet, sorry, in the first 4 stitches, and then here we're going to skip this pair because we worked one here, and we're going to do our next scale into this one. So we're going to work 5 double crochets around the post, and chain 1 and turn our work, and then we're going to work again 5 double crochet going back up the next post in the DC pair. Sorry, 1, 2, chain 1, and we're going to repeat all the way across. So here I'm going to skip this one, and I'm going to work around those 2 posts here to finish my little sample row. Chain 1 and turn our work, and then work around this last DC post, back upwards, always 5 double crochets, and we're going to finish with 4 half double crochet in those last 4 stitches. Okay, so for this final row, we're going to chain 2. We're going to work a half double crochet in each of the 4 first half double crochet stitches. We're not going to chain anything, and we're going to work 4 double crochets in the eye of our scale, and then 4 double crochets in the middle of those 2 double crochets, and again we're going to work around that loop here to make sure that it's like secured. 4 double crochet stitches, next 4 double crochet in the eye, and you're going to repeat that all the way across until the end of the row, and you're going to finish with 4 like a double crochet in each of the 4 last like double crochet stitches. That way you get back to your original stitch count, and you get back to nice and easy stitches to work into for the next row, like the next section. So now 4 half double crochets in those 4 stitches, one each. And then you turn your work, you're back on the right side, you have all your scales are like secured and like attached to each other, and you have a nice neat row to work your divider section.